Hi, everybody. This is Srinivasan, a fine art photographer, a small time freelance skater who also does long distance skating. And I do cross training process such as walking and bicycling to long distance skating. Has come to you with another interview. We have a very special guest today. Uh, they are from New York and
Philly.
the uh, Philly. My
Yeah,
bad.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
My bad. Probably I should sleep better. Anyways, so they are Ayana Banks and the organizer of Broad Street Bomb 2025. Welcome to this interview.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Thank you for agreeing to this interview. Like I've been trying to create visibility for long distance skating in India for a very long time. I'm pretty bad at it. So, once again, thank you for this wonderful opportunity.
No problem,
And
thank you.
thank you. So, shall we move into the interview?
I'm ready.
Awesome. So, here comes the first one. So,
All right.
Ayana, tell us about yourself. How long you have been involved with the Broad Street Bomb?
So my name is Ayana Banks. My first Broad Street bomb was 2021 actually. So I'm like very new to the Broad Street bomb. So my
Mm-hmm.
first one was 2021, and that's when I met Daddy Dave.
Mm-hmm.
He's also kind of one of the organizers of the Broad Street bomb. The last few
Mm-hmm.
years, he's been the organizer, and this year he asked me to help him out because he is on vacation the last 2 weeks, and has just been
Mm-hmm.
pretty busy with his schedule. So he asked me to help him organize it this year. So uh, that's kind of it. Yeah. So
That's
it's really
awesome.
kind of recently that I kind of started. But ever
Awesome.
since
Awesome.
2021, I've been every year since.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, please give us a brief history of Broad Street Bomb because, like, I don't seem to find it anywhere on the internet. And how did it start, and how has it grown over the years?
So actually, Earl Stout is one of the co-founders of the Broad Street Bomb. He's
Ah.
also, yeah, he also is one of the writers in the Philly Longboard crew and Social Push Philly.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually one of the people that started the Broad Street Bomb. And the Broad Street Bomb was kind of like modeled after the Broad Street Run, like I was telling you earlier. And the Broad
Mm-hmm.
Street Run is like a 10-mile run down Broad Street. And
Mm-hmm.
the Broad Street Bomb is kind of modeled after that. It's the same route. We kind of start a
Mm-hmm.
few blocks down. We start at Huntington, uh, like around Huntington Park, and go down. So it's roughly
Mm-hmm.
9 miles or so, a little under 9 miles. Whereas the Broad Street Run is 10 miles down Broad Street. Um, but it's really kind of just like a skate down Broad Street, a way to bring everybody together, a fun
Mm-hmm.
event to kind of enjoy longboarding, enjoy Philly, represent Philadelphia,
Mm-hmm.
and bring people together.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, could you share the race details? Like, what's the total distance? Where does it start and end? And when is it usually held? How many people typically participate? Is there an age limit? How do you track the race? I'm talking about the Broad Street Bomb. Anyway,
Okay, so like
yeah,
the logistics of it basically.
yeah.
So the race starts. So we gather at our Hunting Park gazebo.
Mm-hmm.
It's in Huntington Park, like around the recreational center. So we
Mm-hmm.
gather there, and at 12 p.m., we as a
Mm-hmm.
group skate toward. It's
Mm-hmm.
actually Roosevelt and Broad Street, which is a half a block up from Roosevelt in Huntington Park. So we actually start at Roosevelt and Broad Street. And it's like we
Mm-hmm.
gather there. Once everybody is there, we wait for the light to turn green. Once the light is
Mm-hmm.
green, we all just bomb down Broad Street. Uh,
Ah.
yeah, it's a pretty fun race. It's an outlaw race, so you're riding in with the cars. There's no blocking. There's no police like escort or
Ah.
anything. So you're kind of just
Mm-hmm.
riding. It's not like necessarily a sanctioned event. So it's a longboard meetup basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we
That's
bombed
pretty
it.
cool.
Yeah, yeah. We bombed down Broad Street. And then we meet up at FDR Park, which is across the street from like all the sports stadiums in Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's roughly about, it's a little under 9 miles. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I Most people kind of finish it within like an hour. The
Mm-hmm.
fastest people kind of do it like 30 minutes, but a lot of people kind of
Mm-hmm.
finish that 30 to hour range. But a
Mm-hmm.
lot of, so the last year we got like 79 riders. My
Oh.
first year, it was only like 20, maybe like 30 people, I think. And
Mm-hmm.
then, so like each year it gets more and more. When they first
Mm-hmm.
started doing it, it was like also like 50, 70 people. And
Mm-hmm.
then some years it kind of dwindled down, and then some years it was a little bit more. But we're trying to
Mm-hmm.
build it back up to like Broadway bomb level. And if you ever
Mm-hmm.
heard of Broadway bomb, so
Yeah, I do.
it's, yeah, Broadway bomb is like very much modeled after Broad Street Bomb is modeled after Broadway Bomb.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and we're trying to get kind of that level of just a bunch of people, but we're hoping for at least 50 people this year. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, so we bombed down Broad Street. It's a
Mm-hmm.
pretty straight route, honestly. But the
Mm-hmm.
only time that it gets a little bit complicated is
Mm-hmm.
at City Hall. So right in the
Mm-hmm.
middle of Broad
Mm-hmm.
Street is City
Mm-hmm.
Hall, and you just got to go around it and then straight
Mm-hmm.
down Broad. It's a pretty simple
Mm-hmm.
route, um,
Mm-hmm.
but it was a lot of
Yeah.
fun. Yeah.
Hmm. So, is there any age limit, or like how do you track the riders?
So
Do
no
you?
age limit. Everybody is welcome to come. There's no
Mm,
restrictions. It's free for everyone. You
mm,
kind of ride within your limits.
uh,
So yeah. So be safe. Know your limits. Know how well you can skate and skate with
hmm.
traffic. But no
That's
age
awesome.
limit. If you do bring kids,
Uh,
have a parent with you. But honestly, yeah, no age limit. And
so,
how
in the
we. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Oh, and then how we are tracking it. So we
Mm,
kind of did a few different things in the previous
mm,
years. But
mm,
this year we're going to try. So everybody gets a number. And when you come in, you yell your number, and there's going to be somebody tracking everybody. And then we're also going to
ah,
have a video camera recording everybody come in. And then we're going to
mm-hmm.
review the video camera. And
Oh, that's
yeah.
great. Pretty great.
And then, yeah, kind of figure out exactly who came in when.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's pretty professional for a very, like unplanned event. Like you just.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's
You
awesome.
got to have some organization. Yeah.
That's cool. So I know there are Google Maps available for Broadway Bomb.
Hmm.
Is there any map available for the Broad Street Bomb, especially helpful for the skaters visiting from other countries? Also, do you welcome international participants?
Oh, anybody is welcome. Any international people are welcome to come skate. If you have any questions in terms of like where to stay in Philly or like anything in terms of like
Mm-hmm.
lodging in Philly, feel free to reach
Mm-hmm.
out to the page and we'll kind of help you out with that if you need it. But anybody's welcome to come. And I'm sorry, I
Mm-hmm.
forgot the other question. I'm sorry.
The other question is about the map.
Oh,
Like
the map.
Google Broadway Bomb has a map, complete map, and they have a workaround at the 48th Street how to go
Hmm.
and everything. So, do you have anything like this?
No, we don't necessarily have a map. I guess I can create one, but honestly, the route is very simple. It's really
Mm-hmm.
straight down Broad until
Mm-hmm.
you get FDR Park, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's a really straight route. It's just around City Hall, and if you look
Mm-hmm.
at the map of Broad Street, you'll see that it's just a straight route, and then it's like that building of City Hall, and you just got to go around the building,
Mm-hmm.
straight down City. I mean,
So,
straight down
no,
Broad Street.
there is no possibility that any newcomer could get lost or it's tied up on the Broad Street.
Yeah, it's very difficult to get lost. However, if
Uh,
needed, like I can
mm,
make like a quick map on like Google. Um,
uh,
but it is very simple. It's literally straight down Broad Street.
awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Uh, who are the sponsors of Broad Street Bomb 2025? Can you name them?
So off actually I have a list.
Mm-hmm.
So right now we have Pantheon, Riptide,
Mm-hmm.
Beer
Mm-hmm.
Can Boards, Land
Mm-hmm.
Yachts.
Mm-hmm.
We have Atlas, Rain,
Mm-hmm.
Cloud Ride. We
Mm-hmm.
also have baseboard, Harfang wheels, wild monkey
Uh,
racing.
can I stop you for a second?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I lost your visuals.
Okay. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
we are
When I
back.
was looking
Good.
at the list, I can't look at the list and
Oh, okay.
the
So please go ahead. Please go ahead. No issues.
okay.
I'll fix
All
it
right.
in the edit. Yeah.
All right. And then baseboards, Mount Wild Monkey Racing, Rocket
Mm-hmm.
Longboard, Sector 9. We also
Mm-hmm.
have a Noble Downhill,
Mm-hmm.
Organic Hogwash, Wear for Barrett, Earthwing Skateboards, Comic Skateboards, Uncle Funky Boards, 88 Wheel Company, Face Plant Board Riders, Kick for
Mm-hmm.
Cancer, Kita, Noon
Mm-hmm.
Hydration, Sharp Nose
Mm-hmm.
Union, Soul Check New York, Little John
Mm-hmm.
Rails,
Mm-hmm.
Nissan Longboards, Remember Collective,
Mm-hmm.
Supskate, Loaded Boards, Orangutan, Orangutan, Paris
Mm-hmm.
Trucks, Together Skateboarding, First Skate Supply,
Mm-hmm.
Deviate, Switch Skateboarding Company. And then we also
Mm-hmm.
have Power Rota,
Mm-hmm.
and there might be one more. I think there's one more I'm missing. But we do have a very long list of sponsors. For the complete list, you can go to our Broad Street Instagram, and there's a complete list under uh,
Mm-hmm.
our like flyer. But we do, yeah, we have a very long list. I may not have
That's
mentioned
awesome.
everyone. It's a very long list. We have 40 plus sponsors this year.
That's incredible, actually. Quite a number of lists, actually. And I happen to hear the company name Subskate. So, do
Yes.
people do use poles in the race, like in
So,
between the
so the
streets, in
last
between the
year
open
we
roads?
haven't had any pool riders, but this year we are gonna have. I think there's
Mm-hmm.
definitely. Well, I'm not 100% how many, but we do have a few pole riders that do poles, and they do just ride within the street with us.
Ah,
Honestly, the cars give a little bit more space for
ah,
people with the poles, so they have a little bit of an advantage. But
oh, that's
honestly, yeah,
amazing.
I also have a sub skate pole. Honestly,
Ah,
actually, and I ride around the city with it, and people always kind of just
ah,
like ask like what it is, or they're just kind
ah,
of like, yeah, it's not, yeah, it's yeah. So
ah,
we haven't in the past, but we do this year have some.
ah. Ah, that's awesome. Good to know, like the inclusiveness among the motorized transport people to
Yeah,
understand what people are doing. That's awesome.
yeah.
Philadelphia sounds great to skate. Awesome. So I hear Broad Street Bomb 2025 is becoming more inclusive. Tell us about John and what it represents. JAWN.
Sorry, can you still hear me over the back? Okay, all right. So, John
Mm-hmm.
basically. So, if you're from Philly or kind of the area of Philadelphia, John is a word that people use for anything and
Mm-hmm.
everything. Basically, it can mean it's a now that can mean anything really. So that's why I chose the word John to for our non-binary
Mm-hmm.
category. But we added a non-binary category so everyone can feel
Mm-hmm.
a little bit more included and nobody feel like uncomfortable in any of the categories and
Mm-hmm.
everybody feels like they have a category that
Mm-hmm.
speaks to them or that represents them. So we just wanted to really just make sure everybody felt included, and myself
Mm-hmm.
being someone who identifies as non-binary
Mm-hmm.
understands that feeling of being on like
Mm-hmm.
honestly I'm not fast enough to really qualify for the men's or women's categories, but just in general just that
Mm-hmm.
feeling of having something that be like, oh, like I have something that I can race for, or like I have something that like represents me and like I
Mm-hmm.
can feel like a part of, like I don't feel like uncomfortable and like nobody feels uncomfortable, so we're just trying to make sure everybody feels included.
That's awesome. That's awesome. It's a very good initiative. So, tell us a bit about Social Push Philly. How regular and organized are your practice rides? How do they help prepare for the Broad Street Bomb?
So Social Push Philly also rides with Philly Longboard Crew.
Mm-hmm.
And every Wednesday at like 6 p.m., we
Mm-hmm.
have a group skate. The routes kind of vary
Mm-hmm.
week to week, but we don't have a
Mm-hmm.
pre planned route
Mm-hmm.
every time we ride. But we
Mm-hmm.
do accommodate for everybody that rides with us. We wait at different checkpoints
Mm-hmm.
to make sure everybody has breaks. Everybody feels ready to go on to like the next leg of the race or next leg of the ride. And the last few rides, we've been practicing like the South Philly side of the bomb.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been doing from City Hall down to FDR. So we've kind of just
Mm-hmm.
been preparing people in terms of like what that side of the route looks like, as
Mm-hmm.
well as what, or as well as just like kind of endurance training for people.
Mm-hmm. That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's awesome. It's actually amazing to see like you have a group of people gathering every Wednesday. That's
Nah. Yeah, it varies on like who comes, and like honestly, I don't make it out to every Wednesday
mm-hmm.
just because of work. But like there is a few dedicated few that do make it to every week, but it varies. Like some people come some
Mm-hmm.
weeks, some people don't. But we always have some type of some group going out on the Wednesday.
That's amazing. That's
Yeah,
really amazing. So, is skitching allowed during the Broad Street Bomb race? What's
it
the
is
general
not.
vibe about it in your community?
So during the Broad
Mm.
Street
Uh,
bomb, no sketching. Um, it's kind of an
mm-hmm.
honor code. So like if you sketch, you're not you can't do for podiums. You don't qualify
Okay.
for podiums. You can still get anything like prizes for the giveaway and stuff like that. You just don't
Mm-hmm.
qualify for podiums. Um, but like if you do sketch, like you can sketch if you want, you just won't qualify for podiums.
Mm-hmm. I understand. I
But it
understand.
also always safety. So just be safe if you do it.
Mm. Very true. Very true.
Yep.
Yeah, holding on to a speeding vehicle is pretty.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. And
Yeah.
Barchi doesn't have bike lanes, so it can get a
Mhm.
little hectic.
Yeah, that's what I observed. I saw the videos
Yeah.
of Jason Severin and Lord Paul, I believe. Forgive my
Hmm.
pronunciation. So yeah, I understand. So how Philly are you? So what's one thing an outsider like me should absolutely know about Philly? And are there any unique greetings or handshakes among Philly skaters?
Most people just dap each other up.
Uh huh.
But there's no. Oh yeah, they kind of just dap each other up. There's no like necessarily like handshake, or
Mm-hmm.
anything
Mm-hmm.
that's I would call like most Philly.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm going to add one more question, if it is okay.
Oh,
Like,
no problem.
how much Indian population you find it over there? Do they participate in long distance skating or longboarding?
Honestly, I don't think we have any Indian skaters. Let me think.
Hmm. I understand. Okay, thank you.
Not off the top of
So
my head that I can think of.
okay, okay. So,
But the
mm,
person who actually started me on longboarding was
mm-hmm.
my was an Indian friend. So like when I was in
Oh,
college, he
uh,
was that one that kind of got me into longboarding.
that's
But
awesome.
yeah,
Good to know.
but I don't think we have any riders off the top of my head.
Okay, thanks for that. Like piece of information
Yeah.
from your personal life. Nice.
Hmm.
Uh, So we are coming to the final question over here. So good wishes for Broad Street Bomb 2025,
Thank you.
Ayana.
Thank you.
And what would you like to say to the participants this year? And the stage is all yours.
Uh, Come out, have fun. It's all about having fun.
Mm,
If that's all it is, just come out, have fun, get to know
mm-hmm,
some people, enjoy the
mm-hmm,
vibe, come get
mm-hmm,
some free stuff, and
mm-hmm,
enjoy yourself. It's the bomb is for having fun. That's what this is. It's for the
mm-hmm,
people. It's for the community. It's
mm-hmm.
for the people. It's yeah. That's who it's for.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for this wonderful
Oh,
opportunity.
no problem. Thank
And
you.
thank you for helping me shed light on Broad Street Bomb
Hmm.
in this part of the world. Like people are very new to this. So thank you so much,
Oh,
Nandri.
no problem. No problem.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah.